Is May the first human to speak in 300 years? In previous videos, we have discussed the theory that May is either an astronaut or a mutant, theories that are quite discussed in our tribe. But what if this character is actually human, not just any human, but a descendant of a human saved by Caesar, and who could also be the first human to have the ability to speak in 300 years? Humanity in the Planet of the Apes universe has always been at a disadvantage. The apes have always been victorious, and the planet always ends up destroyed. But perhaps history is about to change. Maybe May will be different. Today, we are going to talk about the theory that May is the next evolution in humans. And for more videos of your favorite series and movies, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. We will be uploading more videos with theories and news about the movie Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Welcome to the Oasis Geek. If one character stood out among all the humans we saw in the trailer of the next Planet of the Apes movie, it was May. A character that became the biggest mystery of these previews, and that keeps the fans of this universe theorizing what could be her identity. May is a human, who apparently receives help from Noah and Raka. Noah is the new protagonist of the film, possibly a descendant of Caesar, who must carry on Caesar's true legacy. Meanwhile, Raka possibly has a connection to Maurice and the ape law. In the trailer, we saw how Noah helps May several times, giving her food and even climbing a cliff with her on his back. In some of the footage released from the new film, we could see a scene where May, Raka, and Noah were in what appeared to be a fishing net, and we also saw May alongside Proximus Caesar's men. Proximus Caesar is the leader of a group of apes, from a different tribe than our protagonist, and who will be the villain in the story. This means that May is important to both Noah's tribe and Proximus Caesar's tribe. If May is not an astronaut, then she could be the first human who can talk in 300 years. In the past, because of an experimental drug, the order of society changed. This substance caused a radical change. While apes experienced an impressive increase in intelligence, humans suffered a dramatic decline in their abilities. Unexpectedly and disconcertingly, humans began to lose their ability to speak. Not only that, but they also experienced a deterioration in their cognitive abilities, profoundly affecting the way they interacted with the world and with each other. This loss of verbal communication and cognitive regression brought humanity to a state that could be described as primitive, almost animalistic. They were no longer the rational, eloquent beings that once dominated the planet. Instead, they found themselves reduced to more basic forms of expression and a simplified way of life, far removed from the complexity that once characterized their existence. Humanity, the most advanced species on the planet, was lost to silence, losing not only its voice, but also part of its essence. But some humans remained close to the ape tribes, who were now the dominant species. Now, May could be a human who lived near this ape tribe, where these apes treated humans well. Scenes have been seen in which Proximus Caesar's tribe attacks humans, and the film's director has mentioned that Proximus has misrepresented Caesar's teachings. Maybe Noah's tribe, instead of hunting the humans, they helped them, and they discovered that this human can talk. But this would not be just any human. She could be a descendant of Nova. Nova was a human who stayed as part of Caesar's tribe, and it is possible that her descendants also stayed close to this tribe. Perhaps among Caesar's teachings was the idea that humans were allies of the apes and not enemies. That certain people had to be protected, and that a union between the apes had to be maintained. Clearly, these teachings are no longer followed by the side of Proximus Caesar, who see humans more as animals. But of course, more than 300 years have passed since Caesar died, and his teachings are no longer fully remembered. The interesting thing is, we could see descendants of many characters. It has even been theorized that Proximus Caesar could be a descendant of Bad Ape. In a recent interview, the director of this film stated that he took inspiration from Star Wars, a story of adventure and self-discovery. Like Luke Skywalker, Inoa discovers his path in this world. And just like in the Star Wars movies, we will see many descendants of the characters from Caesar's trilogy. Now, if May really is the first human to speak in 300 years, she could be the human who makes sense of what happened in the past. We could see May accompany Noah to the ancient human civilization in search of food or technology that could help them. Perhaps this is the same reason why she is imprisoned by the men of Proximus Caesar, as she must take this villain to the ruins of humanity, a place she knows better than anyone else, as she has survived in these places that apes would not dare to visit. So, if this is the case, May's story would also have a rather sad ending. According to several clues we have seen in the trailer, we can think that Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes will be a prequel to the original films. Although it may not be a direct prequel, there is enough evidence to think that it is an alternate reality based on the same events. Moments such as the ape conquest of the planet, the Icarus, Caesar, and possibly even the ape lawgiver make it more than evident that these films are connected to a timeline quite similar to the originals. This means we will most likely see that humans will not be in a position of power again. If May is really a talking human, she would be the only one to do so, being destined to lose her life. Apes would be taking more control of the world, and humans would continue to be persecuted and used as an object of experimentation. Personally, while this is a likely theory, it does not explain why May wears more normal human clothing, which could point to the theories of May being an astronaut or mutant, being more likely than her being the first human to speak in 300 years. But there could be a possibility that this human learned to speak and dress in the human ruins, and that these clothes were taken from that place. Although, of course, we would be assuming that human clothing has remained in good condition for 300 years. As I mentioned in other videos, I think the theory that May is an astronaut is one of the most likely. But tell me, what do you think about all this? Could it be that May is the first human who can talk in 300 years? Do you think there is another reason why she is so close to the two tribes? And for more videos of your favorite series and movies, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. You are on The Oasis Geek.